Well, the Goldfinch premiered in theaters this weekend. ABC Columbia's Matt Perrin joins us now with more on the film adaptation of the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel.
Welcome to another Monday. Pennywise lived up to his name with It Chapter 2 making more than enough money to easily repeat #1 at the box office. #2 belonged to one of the new releases, although even with its fresh Rotten Tomatoes score, I had no interest in seeing Hustlers. No, I tuck in the other new wide release, and based on its numbers, I'm one of the only ones that did. It had the 6th worst opening for a wide release ever, and it was rather disliked by critics. However, it is based on a book that I really enjoyed a few years back and has some actors that I really enjoy. So I braved it, and without any further ado, here's my take on the Goldfinch. Our film begins and flows along two different times. We see Theo Decker, played by Ansel Elgort, in Amsterdam looking for something. We also keep flashing back to a young Theo, played by Oakes Fegley, to see how we got where we are. As a child, Theo and his mom were at a museum looking at his mom's favorite painting, the Goldfinch. She moves on to another exhibit, but Theo is mesmerized, not by the painting, but by a young girl also looking at it. At that moment, the museum is bombed by terrorists, killing Theo's mom. He is confused and disoriented inside when he meets a dying man who gives him a ring in the name of a store. Theo leaves with this, but also with the Goldfinch painting. Theo is taken in by an upper-class family of a classmate of his. The ring also leads him to an antique shop where he befriends Hobie, the one remaining partner, and finds the girl from the museum, Pippa, who also survived. Everything seems to be settling into a normal life again for Theo until his wayward father appears and, against his wishes, whisks Theo away to Vegas. Life in Vegas is tumultuous for Theo until he meets Boris, a Russian boy who is a bad influence but a very good friend. As events spiral out of control in the desert, Theo flees back to New York and returns to Hobie. As the years pass, Theo becomes proficient in antiques, partners with Hobie, and is even engaged to one of the upper-class girls he used to stay with. But trouble is never far away. Having kept a hidden drug habit since he was a boy is trying enough, but suddenly someone pops up who believes he has the missing painting from the bombing and attempts blackmail. And suddenly Boris is back in the picture. He too has grown, but deals in illicit activities and gives Theo news that rips the rug right out from under him. The race is on now to protect that which Theo had always thought safe, and we as the audience wonder exactly how this one is going to play out. So, what to say about this one? First off, it was absolutely destroyed by the critics, and I may know why. If I hadn't read the book, then I would have been completely lost for a lot of this movie. Even though it's been a few years since I read it, as I was watching the movie, my brain subconsciously filled in the details I needed, and without that, I think I would have been lost and bored. That being said, I think it was a pretty good adaptation from book to movie, considering all of the condensing they had to do. The cast, in my opinion, nails it. Ever since Baby Driver, in my eyes, Ansel Elgort can do no wrong, and he does a great job conveying the emotional weight of the character. Nicole Kidman is great in her upper-class aloofness, but the movie belongs to Oakes Fegley. He absolutely kills it in this movie, and I expect to see a lot more of him in the future. I hadn't really even seen any of the trailers for the movie, so I was wondering who was going to play young Boris, and I actually thought probably Finn Wolfhard. And lo and behold, yes it was, which means I have now reviewed back-to-back movies with Finn Wolfhard. Well, I guess stranger things have happened. Yeah, pause for the collective groan there. Yeah, I was up all night writing that little gem. This is hard work. But in all seriousness, I think he does a great Russian accent. So all in all, I really enjoyed the movie. You always hear the book is better, but in this case, I think the book would really help make the movie better. This has been your Monday Movie Music. Back to you.
Back to me. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, it might be a good day to be inside watching a movie, only because it's hot outside. Really not too bad. A lot of bright sunshine, a lot of clouds, even less humidity. And I think you'll like Wednesday as well. We'll talk about it next.